Welcome class 7. Today we will learn about parallel lines. If two straight lines does not meet with each other, even though they are extended in either direction, then these lines are called parallel lines. So here in the figure we can see that AB is a straight line and CD is another straight line which is equidistant away from the line AB. So these lines, if they are produced further up till infinity, both AB and CD, even though these two lines will not meet each other. This kind of lines, this kind of parallel lines, pair of lines are called parallel lines. If a pair of parallel lines has another line which intersect in this way or crosses the pair of lines this way, then this straight line is called as transversal. Not only it passes through a pair of parallel lines, but transversal may also pass through the lines which are not parallel. So here you can see the two lines are not parallel and the straight line is passing through the pair of non-parallel lines. Again, this straight line is, even though it's called as transversal. Here also a transversal passes through or non-parallel lines. Now, if a transversal passes through a pair of parallel or non-parallel lines, so here in the figure we have non-parallel lines, then it will produce angles at different points. Here there are four angles formed and here there is another four angles formed: angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So these angles are categorized into different categories. Firstly, we'll talk about exterior angles. The exterior angles, as the name says, it is the outer portion. Since these angles are within or inside the pair of parallel lines, these angles are outside. So the angles which are outside are called exterior angles, like angle 1, 2, 7 and 8. So here angle number 1, 2, 7 and 8 are exterior angles. Similarly, the interior angles are these angles which are inside the pair of lines. So angle 3, 4, 5 and 6 are the set of interior angles. Exterior alternate angles are over here. The alternate means this side of the transversal having alternate means the other side of the transversal. Over here 1 and 7 are exterior alternate angles and 2 and 8 are also exterior alternate angles. And interior alternate angles are those pair of angles which are inside. So here 3 and 5 and 4 and 6 are interior alternate angles. Next we have corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are like here this angle and this angle are corresponding. So angle number 1 and 5 are corresponding. Similarly, angle number 2 and 6 are corresponding. Similarly, 3 and 7 and 4 and 8 are also corresponding. Next we have co-interior or conjoined or allied angles. If the interior angles are taken, the interior angles, but if it is taken from the same side of the transversal, like 3 and 6 is taken or 4 and 5 are taken, then these pair of angles are called co-interior or conjoined or allied angles. So 3 and 6 and 4 and 5 are the pair of co-interior or allied angles. Similarly, we have exterior allied angles. Exterior out here, 2 and 7 and 1 and 8 are exterior allied angles. Now, if the transversal passes through the pair of parallel lines, then again in this case also we can see that 8 of the angles are formed, 4 each in the two straight lines. So here the exterior alternate angles will behave slightly different. Not only exterior alternate angles, but all the angles that has been mentioned will have a little bit different properties. So here exterior alternate angles over here, angle number 2 and angle number 8 are exterior alternate angles, but in this case angle number 2 and angle number 8 will be equal. Similarly, angle number 1 and 7 will be equal, because in pair of parallel lines the inclination or the angle formed by a transversal will be same in both the straight lines. So angle 1 and 5 will be equal. So angle number 1 and 7 will also be equal, and 2 and 8 will also be equal. Similarly, interior alternate angles over here, angle number 3 and 5 will be equal, and 4 and 6 will also be equal. Corresponding angles as mentioned earlier, angle number 1 and 5 will be equal, angle number 2 and 6 will be equal, similarly 3 and 7 will be equal, and 4 and 8 will also be equal. Co-interior or conjoined or allied angles in case of transversal passing through the pair of parallel lines will behave in such a way that angle 3 and 6, since they are co-interior angles, but here these co-interior or conjoined or allied angles in pair of parallel lines, they will be supplementary. That means angle 3 and angle 6 if you add will be equal to 180 degrees. Similarly, 4 and 5 if you add, they are also equal to 180 degrees. Just like the interior conjoined or interior allied angles, we have exterior allied angles as well. So here 2 and 7 will be supplementary, and angle number 1 and 8 also will be supplementary.